Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Tina and we're going to do the Taurus energy. So we're coming into the Taurus season and see what energy is coming up for Tauruses rising as well. I've got a little Taurus, my youngest is a Taurus, so very, very persistent child, and very affectionate, but oh my god, strong-willed, so strong-willed. So let's see what's coming up for Taurus season. Have a look. Pay attention. Notice repetition signs and your inner guidance as you yield valuable information. Also, I am being told by Spirit that hold some information to yourself, keep it personal to you or someone that you trust. Just makes me feel here, you see that she's kind of holding this baby dolphin close to her. It makes me feel that some information that comes to you or idea or opportunity is meant for you to develop, meant for you to ground it and get it going before you actually tell anybody about it. That's what I've got with that. Excuse me. I can feel that building and I am not stopping the video. Taurus season. I'm sure the last time I got this deck out, this card came out. The divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. I think that for some of you, now take what resonates and leave the rest, but for some of you there is a new idea, opportunity coming your way where you can voice it out once it is birthed in the right way for you, so when you're ready and it's out in the world. And I feel that that's where the magic lies, some of that magical energy and expecting more or something unexpected happening. Self-employment, so that could relate to something that you're working. It could be a business, it could be a business that you work in that is quite small based, or it could be that you're thinking of becoming self-employed. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So you know, that's not going to go for everybody. I have to say, every time I get hold of this deck, I always bring out that card. Sometimes I think they're bringing it out for me, but I did feel that connection there for some of you. So that could be for some businesses, it could be even a business that you're in where it's quite small. Tranquility. Make time to relax, be still and enjoy your solitude, indulging much needed self-care, which will lead me on to the self-care deck. So we're going to see what self-care, so we've got there, make time, relax, be still, enjoy solitude, indulging in much related needed self-care in this season. Let's see what, this is the self-care deck, which is flying. And this actually, when I started to shuffle, was at the top of the deck, so it must have wanted to come out. Feelings. Healing begins with feeling. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. So it's all about real compassion with you, showing yourself compassion, not kicking yourself or being harsh on yourself. We are our own worst critics. So it's like, just take care of you. Also they said pick the card up then, and it's like hand on heart. Really indulge and promise yourself to, you know, bring in that self-care for you. Let's have a look what other decks we've got in front of me, which we have the fairy. Don't know if I've got yet. Oracles of the fairies. Oracles of the fairies. Taurus energy. Okay, that flew out. Journey. What did you say? Journal then? So maybe for some of you that would be journaling things down, a part of that self-care, those feelings and nurturing yourself. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be planned or it might be spontaneous. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. pack your passport now. I don't know how you can make yourself ready if it's going to be just out of the blue really, but something's getting going. I feel like that for some of you that could be the actual that you are going away, but for others of you that is just the opportunity coming out of the blue that you didn't know about. Let's have a look. Got the goddess deck. I might come back to the fairy in a minute. There, airy energy there, very light and airy. I'm taking things easy. Okay, that one's flipped. Frasier, bold. Unleash your adventurous side now. Take risks and be daring. And the image that I've just got in my head as I was seeing this was when you know, you see all those ropes that you can get up on and climb across. Not that I'd do that, I would hate it, but as a kid I would have loved it. So maybe that's the inner child coming out and seeing the ropes and climbing, and having courage and looking beyond the scope of what you are, looking outside of the box of what you are. Yeah, it's like be bold, move forward. It's taking leaps of faith when maybe you don't feel like it, but sometimes these things improve our situations and we are very surprised by ourselves. In actual fact, it's just been brought back to me about I went into a teacher's little meeting. My daughter is going on an overnight trip, and they said that they're surprised how children are offered to do all these activities and they're encouraged to do them. They're not forced to do them, they're encouraged to do them. And some children who said they didn't want to but then eventually do it are just so proud of themselves, so joyful that they actually achieved it and did something that they said they didn't want to do. So it's that kind of that inner child energy, wants to come out and be adventurous and push yourself. That one's sticking out. On the opposite side of do that, be bold and courageous, we've got easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. I think that's the divine timing. You can't control every aspect. You can't control what's going to necessarily happen. I think a lot of surprises in the Taurus season for you. It's like things maybe that you didn't expect, or it's like go with the flow with it. So I just like that compassion comes in again. Stop being your own, stop judging yourself too harshly or being too negative about you. Celebrate, your gifts, celebrate who you are. That kind of feeling, really. Because normally I put them back in the deck, but she's sat on the top of the deck and all I can see is this image of someone with hand on heart. It looks like she's like asking you to be true to who you are. When I keep staring at it, that's the feeling I keep getting. Dreaming bigger than what you think you can get. I did a reading, a psychic party last night, and I did a reading, and the lady didn't even realise she was really manifesting. So I said, do you actually ask for a good parking space, for instance, or do you ask for something else? And she said, you know what, I do say, oh, I hope there's a really, I hope there's a parking space, or there's an easy parking space, something like that. And often she gets it. I said, well, that is manifesting. And if you could get a parking space and it always comes in, let's think about what bigger things that you could get if you asked for them. That's the energy of that. I'm flying all over the place. Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Now, I will say that this can go for anyone and not just spiritual work. Yes, you are opening yourself up to certain energies when you do spiritual work, where you feel like you need grounding, you need that lights of protection, you do need that around you when you're doing spiritual work. But I think that you could do, anybody where you're definitely in an environment with lots of people could learn to put that general protection around yourself. It stops you getting drained by other people, especially if you're quite empathetic. You will take on other people's feelings and energies quite easily. So learning to put that form of protection around yourself helps you stabilize your energy. But especially for those who are doing any spiritual work, even if you are just starting out and getting your cards out and reading for friends, it is good practice to start looking about putting that light of protection around you. Okay, we will do one last deck and finish for the Tauruses. So this is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Taurus energies. What's we got for Taurus? Okay, we'll take the bottom because that's twisted. Ears wide open. I feel like the sense of something coming in for you that really is speaking of an opportunity coming your way. Keep your ears to the ground, as they say, opening up around you and listening to all the things. Also, signs and signals from your spirit guides, from the universe, is coming in and listening to them. Being open to opportunity, open to something a bit different, maybe outside of your scope or outside of your comfort zone, could also be there for you. We all have free will, so do as you will. Taurus. Okay. Oh, they are flying all over the place, so we'll take the bottom. Smoke and mirrors. So it feels like needing clarity. Someone could be in a situation where they're just not seeing, or somebody is kind of creating an illusion or outright lying in some ways, but it's all smokes and mirrors in the expression of it is not truthful, or someone doesn't want to see the truth of the situation, so they create a bit of drama around it instead. So seeking that clarity and pushing away anything that doesn't belong to us, that kind of energy. Oh, that flipped. Broken open. That's like a transformational energy, a breakthrough energy, where we are literally kind of feeling like we are making a breakthrough. We are having a realization of things, and things are changing for us because we've had this breakthrough. So broken open is not, it's not a negative. I feel like, you know, we are singing to ourselves. We've really come into our own, and we are transitioning into one thing to another. It doesn't mean that the old is bad or anything like that. It's an up leveling of where you're at, is the sense I've got for these, for Tauruses now. That's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for likes, subscribes and comments, and I shall see you next time.